If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Nature is pleased with simplicity, and nature is no dummy. What we know is a drop, what we don't know is an ocean. Tact is the knack of making a point without making an enemy. Gravity explains the motions of the planets, but it cannot explain who sets the planets in motion. What Descartes did was a good step. You have added much several ways, and, especially in taking the colors of thin plates into philosophical consideration. If I have seen a little further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Truth is ever to be found in the simplicity, and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. No great discovery was ever made without a bold guess. A man may imagine things that are false, but he can only understand things that are true. If I have ever made any valuable discoveries, it has been due more to patient attention than to any other talent. What goes up must come down. And to every action there is always an equal and opposite or contrary reaction. He who thinks half-heartedly will not believe in God, but he who really thinks has to believe in God. Live your life as an exclamation rather than an explanation. You have to make the rules, not follow them. Sir Isaac Newton was asked how he discovered the law of gravity. He replied, by thinking about it all the time. If I am only a child playing on the beach, while vast oceans of truth lie undiscovered before me. Atheism is the height of illogicality. When I look at the solar system, I see the Earth at the correct distance from the Sun to receive the correct amount of light and warmth. This did not happen by chance. Trials are medicines which our gracious and wise physician prescribes because we need them, and he proportions the frequency and weight of them to what the case requires. Let us trust his skill and thank him for his prescription. Whence arises all that order and beauty we see in the world? To explain all nature is too difficult a task for any one man or even for any. Sir Isaac Newton, 1642 to 1747. About the times of the end, a body of men will be raised up who will turn their attention to the prophecies, and insist upon their literal interpretation, in the midst of much clamor and opposition. Plato is my friend, Aristotle is my friend, but my greatest friend is truth. If I have been able to see further, it was only because I stood on the shoulders of giants. Yet one thing secures us whatever betide, the Scriptures assures us that the Lord will provide. Amicus Plato, amicus Aristoteles, magis amica veritas. Plato is my friend, Aristotle is my friend, but my greatest friend is truth. Leum construis et trodomers et paas adipone. I have studied these things, you have not. Truth is the offspring of silence and meditation. I keep the subject constantly before me and wait till the first dawnings open slowly, by little and little, into a full and clear light. I can calculate the motion of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. As a blind man has no idea of colors, So have we no idea of the manner by which the all-wise God perceives and understands all things? They who search after the philosopher's stone, are, by their own rules, obliged to a strict and religious life. The more time and devotion one spends in the worship of false gods, the less he is able to spend in that of the true one. 'Tis much better to do a little with certainty and leave the rest for others that come after than to explain all things by conjecture without making sure of anything. For I see not what there is desirable in public esteem, were I able to acquire and maintain it. It would perhaps increase my acquaintance, the thing which I chiefly studied to decline. No old men, excepting Dr. Wallace, love mathematics. We are to admit no more causes of natural things than such as are both true and sufficient to explain their appearances. I keep the subject constantly before me, and wait till the first dawnings open slowly, by little and little, into a full and clear light. What the space that is empty of bodies is filled with. Yeah, sex is cool, but have you tried solving the brachistochrone problem in a single night? Not gross bodies and light convertible into one another, and may not bodies receive much of their activity from the particles of light which enter their composition?